it's WxManRay. We're out on I-70 now. It got pretty hairy there for a while, especially over by Green River. Really gusty winds, man, buffing me around. But pretty cool terrain out here. Look at this. We're out in the middle of the desert. It's like 70 degrees out here. Can you believe that crap? Man. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. The weather's really calmed down. Just some cumulus, flat cumulus out there. There are some, storms off to the north, showers, stuff like we saw earlier. So it's definitely north of here. Let's hope it stays that way. I don't want to drive through any more rain or storms today. The winds have calmed down a little bit, so yeah, man. We've gone up a little bit in elevation. The winds have calmed down a little bit. Maybe it was because we were closer to that, what we call that Virga I was talking about earlier. So, yeah, it's calmed down out here. So, making a little video for you to move that so you can see a little better. Hold on, let me kind of point it over there. That's where all the pretty terrain is. We're heading towards Grand Junction. That's where I'm staying for the night. I'm done driving. I've been through wind and dust storms and rainstorms half the trip. I think I mentioned in a previous video, but if this is the first time you're hearing it, man, going across those salt flats from Wendover over to Salt Lake City, man, it was raining like cats and dogs, and like so then that turns into a lake out there. Some years you'll see like water on that in the middle of the summer from those heavy rains. So all that rain they got, like I think it started yesterday and it was going through today. They got a lot of rain out there, so it takes a long time for that water to evaporate, because it doesn't really soak in much because that's the salt flats out there. So it just turns into like a little mini lake. I mean, it's not very deep. It's probably maybe a few inches deep. I mean, it could be up to a foot in spots, I guess, but yeah, it's not very deep. But anyways, you definitely don't want to drive out there when it's wet. You'll get stuck. People have done that before. Had to get pulled out. Yeah, this, I think this is the exit. We've already passed the Moab exit, but I think you can take this one. I'm not 100% sure. And it goes back down towards there. I've seen travel videos, and there's like this beautiful drive from somewhere off I-70 here. It might be this exit. And it goes all the way down to Moab. I don't think this is it, because maybe it goes off. Yeah, it goes off to the south, so maybe that's it. But yeah, it's a beautiful drive. I saw that years ago on YouTube somewhere, so I forget what the name of the area is called. But yeah, if you're interested in that stuff, go look it up. I'm not going that way today. Man, this road's rough. Man, I-70 can be kind of rough through here. It's real kind of just it's like frost heaves that we would have in Alaska. You just get these big dips and so yeah, winds are picking up a little bit out here. Whoa, man, come around that little rock mountain there, and the winds just kind of blew me. I hate driving in winds with this camper trailer, man. It's dangerous. All right, so anyways, yeah, thought I'd show you the train here. Pretty area, man. Okay, gotta hold the steering wheel, guys. Winds have picked up again. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's blowing me all over the place. We'll keep you on here for a minute. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, hold on. There we go. See what comes up over the bend. Yeah, pretty desolate out here. You can see this is like, I think there's like a little bit of grass, maybe a little bit of sagebrush that grows out here, but there's less vegetation here than in Elko, Nevada, where in the area where I live, man. Jeez, oh man, I wonder if the winds are going to pick up here. Kind of coming up over a ridge here. this is not a very smooth freeway. And if I recall correctly, last time I drove I-70 through Colorado, it's not much better. Colorado has terrible roads.
Car on shoulder ahead.
Something's up here. Car on the shoulder, it said. Anyways, yeah, so this is what it looks like out here. I'll keep you on for a few minutes here. Yeah, okay. I think the winds are going to pick up here. We got a big wide open valley below us here. There's some mountains. So those mountains over there down to the south, I don't know if you can see them. Those are near Moab. They're snow-capped mountains. I don't remember the name of those mountain ranges out there, but yeah, it's pretty out here. Lots of varied terrain. Out on I-70 in Utah, heading east. I'll tell you, if you've never been out here before, you gotta come and travel out here. I mean, it's pretty desolate, but if you go the other way, if you go west all the way towards I-15, there in the middle of Utah, man, there's some beautiful canyons, and hopefully I'll be able to drive that way when I head back out this way in about a week, and I'll get some video of it. Man, it is a gorgeous area. If any of you have traveled it, you know what I'm talking about. But if you've never been out here, if you have the way to get out here and travel, if you're retired or want to take a vacation, it's a beautiful area. Got to come out here. It's not just filled with Mormons. There ain't nobody out here right in this area. But yeah, so there you go. Yeah, you got some higher mountains off to the east of us. That's kind of where we're heading towards Grand Junction. Yeah, down near, not too far from Grand Junction. My sister used to live down there years and years ago. I don't know, good 15, 20 years ago. And we did a family gathering. We call it a family reunion. And they got this, it's not a resort, but this big like camp area, but inside of a building with, where you could stay inside the building. It had beds, and I think it was like a church camp type thing or something like that. Out there in the middle of nowhere in Colorado, and we did that in the summer. Man, that was a fun trip. We did a lot of hiking. This is back in my younger days when I could still do that, hiking up the sides of mountains. And yeah, I'm out of shape now, so I probably couldn't really do that. I'd have to get myself back into shape, so probably should, but yeah, I've been lazy. I kind of got out of it living in the cold climates, because I do not do, I like to run, but I do not like to do, what do you call them? The ones inside where you walk on them, the treadmills. I don't like those. I'd rather be outside walking or running, and I do not do that in the cold. Me and the cold don't get along. I guess it's because growing up in New Mexico, even though I haven't lived there in almost 40 years now, because I left when I was 20 years old. I've lived mostly in northern climates. I mean, I've lived in a couple southern climates when I was in the military, but yeah, the older I get too, I don't know, maybe that's why everyone moves to Arizona or Florida when they get to be our age, when we're close to that retirement age. So anyways, yeah, the cold does not agree with me when I want to walk, especially when it's really cold. So kind of got out of the habit when I lived, it started in Elko when I lived there years ago, because it gets cold there in the winter. And then when I moved to Alaska, I pretty much didn't do much outside stuff. I tried, what do they call that? Not skiing, but the snow, what do they call it? Not snowshoeing. Well, I did try that, snowshoeing. But I tried the cross country. That's hard. That's hard crap, man. So, there was a guy I worked with, and he taught us how to cross country ski up there when I was in Alaska. And man, I could do all of it except for going up the hill. There's a certain way to go up a hill, man, and I was like, I ended up, I think, crawling up the hill. A couple of us did, I think. It's hard, man. That's like a full body exercise. It's not just your legs, man. It's your arms and every muscle you've never exercised probably in your whole life. And because after I did that, I was sore for a week at least. But yeah, some people love that stuff, man. I watched the Olympics and watched one of those where they did those long distance cross country. I think it was the biathlon where they go shoot the gun at the target, and then they do all this cross country skiing. Man, those people, I think it was the men and the women I watched, man, and they are, I admire them, man. They're so strong. I could not do that. I probably wouldn't even make it up the hill, you know, let alone shoot a gun in between, you know. Anyways, I'm just kind of jabbering on and bored here out in the middle of nowhere. So, anyways, I'll let you go. Yeah, this is what it looks like out here. Beautiful country. I do like going off the beaten path, like the 2-lane highways. Those are prettier drives usually, because when you get on the interstate, it's not the same, you know what I mean? But hey, I'll let you guys go. WxManRay out.